Tom Jones is going on a bear hunt. It's Ben Doyle with the break. Liam White says he wants a little bit more on the break from Ben for his liking. How's that? You can't believe that's dry. You can't believe that's dry.
No, and they've come out not too bad for Tom. He's got a choice of either colour set, to be honest. I think he'll probably elect to go yellows and just run down the table here. He does a flick and it's not come out very good. And this is likely to be the first mistake of the night for Tom. Can he get round the 8 ball?
Oh, he's flying tonight. He is flying tonight.
He's pulling them all out the bags, and
he's going to have to keep on digging, mind.
Yeah, I think the yellow may just pass into the middle. The one at the top of the two is stuck together. He's going into him again, and
oh, you felt that was the only thing that was going to stop him with something like that, and that is the first mistake that's punished, if you like, for Tom Jones this evening. The first time he's come to the table and not cleared up. He's a little bit unlucky there, you've got to say.
Yeah, I think he's a bit unlucky, but I also think from the first shot of the finish he's sort of not had complete control of the cue ball and committed to where he wanted to land. He's sort of just gone into the packs, and as we've seen, like with players like Declan, Phil Harrisons of the world, it's very rare that they have to play them type of shots. They're always short, precise cue ball control shots, making it look easy. And obviously when the cue ball's travelling, that's when the mistakes can happen. And this is just the start that Ben would have wanted, and a nice gettable finish. He's still got a little bit of work to do, but this can get his match going and keep the night in his hands.
Extension called.
Yeah, and it's a funny thing, we've seen it numerous times through this tournament, down the years as well in the Champions League. It's not always necessarily about playing brilliantly all the way through. It's almost more about picking your moments sometimes more than it is playing consistently well. It's Ben Doyle picking his moment. Well, there's your answer. I can't believe what I've just seen.
No, he's picked his moment to miss there, and I think he knows how big that finish was, that opportunity to take a 1-0 lead, and the last thing you want to be doing is giving Tom that little bit of confidence, because usually when he sees players missing like that, he'll snap it up. He's got a few fans there with him tonight as well, but he's got to play another shot here. It may look easy to see supporters with him come down to support both Tom and Declan, but this is another shot where he's got to control the cue ball as well as the cannon.
Looks like yellow to stay up, and it does. You can get through to it too.
And this is where you have to commit to how you want to go about this finish. So he's got a choice. Does he leave a double on the 8 ball, or try to leave the angle on the yellow to top over to the side rail? I think perfect there for top through. He'll be looking to play the 8 ball down the rail. To place that any better.
He's playing well tonight, is Tom Jones. He is capable of this sort of level where it's not just about playing great pool, but he's a very inspirational player. He finds moments, you know, he talks about winning the moments and doing the right thing at the right time, but Tom's one of those sort of quite rare talents who can just sort of manufacture them with a moment of magic. And these type of nights, it can sometimes take those inspirational type of shots to just kick a match into his direction.
see Ben shaking his head, sat there kicking. He's essentially kicking himself in the chair because he knows that was a big opportunity, and Tom's just punished him. And he's been breaking brilliantly tonight. He's crunched them again, and he's got a ball.
Hasn't he been breaking well tonight? As well as I can remember seeing some break, to be honest with you.
The 𝗘𝗃𝗃𝗵 nearly jumped off the table, but it stayed on. And if Tom can play this red off the yellow into the middle bog as a starter, and he's perfectly in that gap. That was the awkward red he wanted to land on. I think the red that's closest to the cue ball, I think that will be his last to connect up to the 8 ball. So I think Tom's just going to bring the cue ball in between the gap of the yellow and the 8 off this shot. Then work his way back down.
Wanted to slide by. He's okay, but he's making life hard for himself here.
Yeah, I think he can just get his cue in to manipulate the cue ball off the bottom rail, side rail, and back round, so it's actually worked out okay.
How's the flick? Has he got the access to get red closest to the middle right? Or is it a very, very tough plan?
He had a big area that he could have landed in there, and he's just again lost the cue ball slightly. He's just overhitting a few of the shots, and that can be the adrenaline that's pumping. Big shot coming.
Oh, what a hell of a dig. Tom Jones tonight is seeing sounds. He is absolutely flying. Doesn't matter how he lands, he's just finding a way. And as I say, one of the most entertaining players anywhere on the tour to watch. And when he's on it, my goodness me, is Tommy Gunn on it. Cooking.
Awesome. Awesome performance so far from Tom. He's found the shots, pulled it out the bag. 2-0 up, and Ben will rue that mistake in the first, as you see him leap up to the skies. And
that missed pot will really hurt him.
Yeah, he needs a sort of a good crunch on the 8 ball on the pack here, and get a nice finish to keep himself in the match. There's plenty of time, so he's allotting for the cut break. So he's not happy with how he's broken so far, and he's trying to get the 8 ball moving for a golden.
Can't tell you how much it breaks my heart to see Ben Doyle cut breaking. I understand it, but it just feels wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't understand it. I think what Ben's done tonight, which you wouldn't really, so he's taken so much out of his break, and there's a lot more on the front ball break that he can give. It'd be interesting to ask him after why he's allotted to take so much out. But he's got an opportunity on reds. So the key to this frame is how does he tackle the red that's in between the 2 yellows on the left. You see, he's just looking at an angle he can leave to pop the red by the yellow and stun into that red. This is the big shot of the frame now, and what he doesn't want is a double kiss on the red as he goes into this, or he doesn't want to plant the red into the yellow and put the yellow down the rail. He's played that as good as he could have asked. A little bit unfortunate to be bridging over the yellow. but he's got a shot.
Yeah, this visit of the night feels massive for Ben.
Keys to just stay still on this shot.
Execute that dream.
Yeah, that's a brilliant shot, especially at 2-0 down.
Could easily have been the sort of the final moment, if you like, in Ben's hopes of winning the match, but that was beautifully played.
He's just got to be careful on this red here that he doesn't hit the yellow full that's in the middle of the three and snooker himself, because it looks like he's tracking in between them, so he may have to play this with a little bit more pace.
Is he at the gap? Just.
But the problem here is, if you get the pot on the red, does the cue ball glance off the yellow and go into the left centre?
It's got to be a fear, isn't it? This is far from guaranteed. He's fighting. Killed it in for that reason. He's played a lovely shot again.
Yeah, this is a brilliant out under the pressure.
How much he needed it as well. Just make sure. Out of the pocket this time. It's a very similar sort of shot that he missed earlier on in the match on that red, wasn't it? But this time no mistake. Ben Doyle is on the board, and this match is very much live for as well and as entertainingly as Tom Jones is playing. There's a one-frame gap here. There's a match to be won for the Bear.
And we've seen some really high caliber pool tonight, and the three players are really fighting with everything they've got to try and progress. It's great to see, and they're all going blow for blow.
Yeah, it's been some standard tonight, hasn't it?
24. Tom Jones to break.
Sort of have to say, sadly,
2 frames to 1.
wouldn't have expected to say this Ian Alley aside. Is this the first time Tom's break is going to let him down? I think so. But leaving the cue ball tight on the top rail means that Ben Doyle comes to the table with a sorry lad in his ears, but has he got anything to go for?
Well, if you look at the layout on the yellows, Ben would be begging for a shot on any yellow, and I don't think he has one. There's not really much of a safety shot he can play either. So, does he go for the awkward reds as a result? And it looks like he is. So, he's potted the red, which is a great shot, but if you're Tom and you go up dry, you'd prefer to see Ben going for these reds, because if he doesn't get the finish, the yellows will be sitting. And in the context of this match and the night, this visit is huge.
Just these reds are tough. No guarantees here. Ben was forced to take the difficult set. These are about as tough as they come, really.
Yeah, so he's playing this down the rail, and he just leaves the cue ball with an angle on the one to the right centre after the shot. He's played this well, and he can just top this through and sort of bump the red as you see he's lining his cue. Needs to make sure he hits it full and not thin, because he could end up behind the two yellows if he doesn't get the cannon right. So it looks like he's going to have to go it full in the face, and he's got to play this at pace.
Couldn't have come out really any worse.
He may have second prize though. Could he back double the red off the yellow into the corner pocket and open up the red with the yellow cannon and into the two? He's just lining it up now. Needs a lot to go right here, but it's a shot. He's got it.
And he's got a shot. It's not getting any easier for him, is it?
No,
but he's fighting tooth and nail. Brilliant shot that from Ben Doyle.
couldn't have played that any better, and I'm just wondering if he's got just enough angle to top the cue ball off the bottom rail and with a trace of right hand spin to get through the gap between the red and the yellow. This is a huge shot. Again, he's
15-second shot clock.
been a bit unfortunate. He's played it as well as he could have done, but he just seemed to pot it in the thicker part of the pocket. But
There's a tiny bit more angle to be found there, wasn't there? He's going to have to play a really good shot here. Oh, it jaws. And all of Ben Doyle's hard work is undone. And goodness me, did he work hard in that visit.
I thought he got it at when he struck it. How has that stayed up?
You thought, if anything, as well, it was going to slide more. To miss it on the near jaw was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I think it's just over the pocket enough whereby I don't think Tom can pop the yellow past the red. So, is it time to pull back and play the snooker?
There's your answer. I wonder if Tom Jones does that this time last year. This is a part of the all-round game that he's been working on so hard.
He's got a chance. And he just needed to miss the 8 ball when he was on the line. This isn't so Tom's actually going to be playing pot the yellow, pot the red in the same shot, but he needs to get out to be on a yellow, and he's not got it. But he's got second prize and he's landed a natural angle to just play short position on the awkward yellow.
To bump it instead. You can see exactly what you saw there, because you could play that shot at 10% pace and you're probably on that yellow to bottom left.
But as we know, Tom likes to take us through the motions on these finishes, and the way he's played tonight, you wouldn't rule him out getting these.
No, you're not going to back against him, are you? But he's got to work really hard now. All his eggs in one basket. Oh, it's going to stay up.
It is, but look where he's left the cue ball. I think he's played it.
It's really clever.
Yeah,
Let's give him the benefit there. I think absolutely you're right.
Middle pocket.
It's close. Not quite for Ben Doyle. But yeah, I'm going to give Tom the benefit of the doubt there. I think he's played a really clever shot. He almost absolutely nailed the combo as well, which was tough. But yeah, I think the cue ball was just as important to him there. Played it brilliantly. That's a lovely shot.
Yeah, and I think he's just managed to get a little bit of angle, but the key here, give yourself a shot. So don't try to do too much. You just got to draw the cue ball back and just cue it. And he's done just that, and he's perfect.
He's played some good stuff tonight, hasn't he? Brilliant stuff from Tom Jones. 3-1. He's got that spring in his step.
You see fist pump with his friends, and he knows how big that frame was. And if Tom goes on to win this match, which looks like it's going to happen, he will only need a draw in the last match against 𝗀𝗏𝗏, who's already out of the group. So Ben really needs to get the 8 ball moving here. There's 1 minute 29 seconds left on the clock. He needs at least 2 frames, so he needs a golden break here.
Yeah, that's the reality, isn't it, really?
Trailing 3 frames.
8 ball stays pretty close to where it is, and failing a golden break, he needs a rapid clearance. Is there one available for Ben Doyle?
It's the yellow that's tied up between the 2 reds. Can he get it out here? Yes.
That's not a bad little nudge either. Got to play it next. Or he can get through to this one. both for good measure. He's going to have one pretty serious positional shot to play. That last yard.
Yeah, just he's come up to where he needs to be. He's perfect, but can he get 30 seconds on the clock if he was to get these two, maybe?
Yeah, speed is the key. Needed that yellow. Needed that yellow, and you can hear the thunk of the cue from Ben Doyle. That's frustration. Tom Jones is thirsty for all the frames. He could easily just play one more shot and call it quits, but he wants to clear out. It's the hunger he's got. It's the confidence he's feeling.
Yeah, and he's doing that because he has confidence. He knows he's playing well tonight, and he's enjoyed himself out there.
Just absolutely rifles in the final red for good measure, and Tom Jones is absolutely flying here in the Champions League. 2 box office performances from Tommy Gunn, and he is in the box seat to qualify. Just one more result needed. Ben Doyle not out of it just yet. He's got one more match to play, and he needs to win it against Declan Brennan next.